mari kata ni chako sabato mari yeni ndo makare ka odiochieng' ma kawuono ni endi mar tarik 14 dwe ni ndo mar 2 mabende chieng' ndo mag dhen mar Valentines. Arwakini machiegni yudo weche manyien mag Dier Odiochieng'. Weche manyien gikelo ni kod ana Tracy Ouma. Ker mathur kendi migosi William Samoei Ruto odiochieng' ma kawuono ni endi ne otelo kanyo ne romo maduong' e piny ndo mar Ethiopia Addis Ababa kucho. Romo mabende otenore kanyo kod weche go mag ohala madendo kanyo gi dho ngere ni the African Continental Free Trade Area. Romo makamano endo noyuoro kanyo kod jotelo mag pinje ma opogore moting'o kanyo ker mar piny ndo mar Burundi Evariste Ndayishimiye, ker mar piny ndo mar Botswana mano kanyo Duma Boko, kachiel kanyo endo bende kod jagoro maduong' mar riwruogno endo Wamkele Mene e kinde jotelo mamoko. Riwruok maket kod mano endo ker William Samoei Ruto ne owacho ni en kaka jatelo mar riwruogno obiro keto maino mare e neno ni oriwo lwedo kanyakla achiel gi jotelo mamoko marino ni Afrika kaka piny mangima odongore mise motegno mar weche go mag ohala.
As chair of this subcommittee, I assure you of my full commitment to working closely with fellow heads of state and government and the Secretariat, including the regional communities and the private sector, to translate this agreement into real economic opportunities for our citizens. The ACFTA offers Africa a practical pathway from fragmentation to scale, from potential to productivity, and from policy to shared prosperity. Let us match its promise with decisive action. Since entering its operational phase in January 2021, the ACFTA has made meaningful progress. Most core protocols have been negotiated and institutional frameworks are in place. Our priority now shifts firmly from negotiation to implementation so that the agreement delivers tangible benefits for our 1.4 billion people. We all remember the original intention of ACFTA was for us to make our borders not barriers, not roadblocks, not impediments, but to make our borders stepping stones and bridges between our different countries so that we can trade better. I can give an account of Kenya here. The largest trading bloc for Kenya by far is Tanzania and Uganda because of the East African community. That opportunity exists for all of us through the ACFTA. And that is why the implementation of ACFTA is critical, is important for us to be able to create jobs, to create industry, and to trade better so that our contribution of trade within Africa stops being the least in the globe. We all know that today Asia trades with itself to the level of 65% of trade. Europe, almost 70%. In Africa, we are still struggling to get to 18%. And that is why this meeting of heads of states to help push the implementation of ACFTA is critical and is central. Our work must focus closely with advancing partnerships with private sector, including investors, manufacturers, innovators, and traders, and entrepreneurs who will ultimately drive production, trade, and job creation under the ACFTA framework.
Ewe segumo bendo koro tenore kod mago mag somo. En kanyo ni jatend migawo mar somo Julius Ogamba. Koro ni to ne ochiwo ayanga tarige mabende biro tim ndikruok ne piny madongo e pacho kaendi. Ogamba e kinde mane loso e New Mtiani House mayudore South Sea, boma mabore Nairobi kucho. Oyango ni ndikruok mar piny mar KPSEA ibiro chaka yanga tarik 16 mar dwe ni endi kendo biro dhi nyime nyaka tarik 16 mar dwe manyien. Ka piny mar KJSEA ndikruok mare dhi chakore yanga tarik 2 dwe mar adek tibiro time nyaka tarik 31 mar dwe no endo manyien. Mano endo mar KCSE bende ne okoweyo chien.
Remember, sir, even as the exams and assessments were being administered, we had some children showing up who had not been registered, and that presents a very big challenge to the council. It is therefore important that heads of institutions appreciate that registration forms the basis of planning for all assessments and examinations. Additionally, registration errors have far-reaching implications on the young learners. For example, sir, when a school registers a candidate using the wrong gender, the child is a boy, they are registered as a girl. That means at the point of placement, this child is going to be placed in a girls' school. So it is very important that heads of institutions are very keen and meticulous in this process of registration.
In 2026, just like in 2025, the following national assessments and examinations will be on offer. 1, the Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, KPSEA, the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment, KJSEA, and the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education Examinations. That is the second last. The registration dates for KPSEA will run from the 16th of February to the 16th of March 2026. The registration period for KJSEA will run from the 2nd of March to the 31st of March 2026, while the registration period for KCSE will run from the 16th of February to the 31st of March 2026. Schools are expected to upload registration data and complete the registration process within the timelines stipulated. Our officers, including those from the Kenya National Examinations Council, have been instructed to ensure that the registration process is conducted efficiently and correctly to avert the risk of any learner being left out.
Moko kuom kinde ma pacho kaendi kod jopuonjre mag tiegore weche go mag chike koro ni to no bago ng'anyo ka giwacho kanyo koni osebedi ka gikwedo kang' ma osebedi ka itiyo godo kodgi kuonde gi mag tich. Okindego wacho ni onge konyruok moro amora bende gisebedo kata ka giyudo kata bedo ni gichalo ng'ur margi e nyim doho kane giloso gi jogo eko ma bende gin jofwambo e kinde mane giwacho kanyo ni duol lendo mar LSK owinjore bedi gi lai makare ma bende koro konyo rito ratiro go mag okindego.
Kawacho ni wadwaro mondo sexual harassment policy mar LSK manoket higa 2019 mondo ong'i olok kendo mondo obed kagima onyalo cover jok matindo, onyalo cover jok ma pod nitie e school, onyalo cover jok ma manyo pupile jok kocha, kendo ka ng'ato oyud ni otimo gima chalo kamano to nitie action minyalo kawne. Ok ni LSK wacho ni koro onge gima ginyalo timo.
Kata kaponi giloro kae to ne ber ka wayudo jok ma romonwa kendo winjowa kendo gikweyo chunywa, nikech en wach malit ahinya ni gini omako kinde duto, omako kinde matindo to omako kinde madongo. Jomoko wacho ni okinde moyudore wach ni ma bende rocho ratiro mar okinde matindo gin jok ma osebedo katimo kama igni moloyo igni 20.
Wawacho ni no to sexual harassment kuom the girls gi jowuoyi. We want sustainability for the young okil kae koro emomiyo wabiro kae kawuono in solidarity wacho bringing our demands.
Kawadhi nyime ni sirikal koro ni to nochako chenro mare yaro kanye kuma duong' Galana Kulalu kaka yonendo mar neno ni nok mar chiemo en gini ma koro tieke pacho kaendi ka koro counties 20 mabende neno matek ka gikale pek mar kech maliyo bende koro nochwalne gi kony kata resruok magi eki gin weche go bende no yang kanyo kod jatend migawo mochung' weche go mag pi Eric Muga mabende wacho kanyo ni sirikal osemedo kanyo puothe maromo 10,000 makoro biro konyo yaro kata keto malach kanyo endo midendo ni Galana ka koro wacho makamano endo bende ne osir lwedo kanyo kod jagoro mongirore e migawo endo Efantus Kimoto.
na kwa sasa mavuno na kupanda viendelea pamoja. Cumulatively tumelima zaidi ya ekari 2,000 kwa sasa, na we are still in the process, ama tuko katika ile safari ya kuhakikisha kwamba itakapofika mwezi wa 5 katikati, yule private investor, because these are public private partnership kati ya serikali ya Kenya na proponent, atakuwa amelima ekari zaidi ya 5,400, na come mid April, kwa sababu tumeona ratiba yake ya kupanda ni kutoka tarehe 1 mwezi wa 3 mpaka katikati ya mwezi wa 4, tunafaa kuwa zaidi ya 3,200 ekari. Na the production is good. Ukiangalia unaona kuna mahali mahindi inakauka, we are at different stages of production. Na ukiangalia nyuma yetu tunaona ingine ni green, iko bado katika ile process ya watering. Lakini kukamilisha the game plan, the long term plan hapa ni kuhakikisha kwamba tunajenga ile Galana Dam. Nyinyi wote mliona tulitia sahihi mkataba kati ya contractor na NIA waanze kujenga ile dam, ndiposa tuweke zaidi ya ekari 1,200 hapa Galana Kulalu. Yale maji tuko nayo hayana uwezo wa kusustain 200,000 acres kama ilivyo sasa. Na Rais His Excellency Dr. Samuel William Ruto amekuwa kipaumbele na makini sana na huu mradi. Na sisi kama wizara ndio maana mara kwa mara tunafika hapa kuhakikisha kwamba yale matatizo ambayo mwekezaji anayapitia kadha wa kadha kidogo hapa na pale tunayasuluhisha haraka iwezekanavyo, kwa sababu tuko na jukumu la kulisha wananchi wote wa Kenya.
In future we are looking at addressing the issue of food security in a big way, because currently the country is importing over $4 billion worth of food. So with the implementation of this project alone, we can be sure that we'll have addressed 50% of that, and that's how we'll make our country food secure. This is a perfect example of how public-private partnership works. The government has invested 550,000 shillings, which was used to build an intake. The intake had several components, but one of the major components was a reservoir ambayo imetuwezesha kuweka 450,000 cubic liters, ambayo iko na potential ya kuirrigate over 10,000 acres, but currently what is under production is 2,000 acres. Na hiyo 2,000 acres ukiangalia in terms of gross margin, gross profit, gross production, inatupatia worth of food of 1.2 billion. Hiyo ni kuonesha the investment done actually has already come back actually 2 times.
Mopogore kod mano hodonyo wechego mag siasa kama ido kanyo ni Governor Martha Kanithi mano Mikael Muthoni Njuki koro ni to nonyiso jokanyo eko mag duond bura mar ODM mondo gigoloke pachgi kata giwere gi lek mabende koro gin godo sani niendi magiparo ni komnendo mar jalup ker Mathur Kaendi mabende koro maka kanyo kod Abraham Kithure Kindiki ni koro ni tibro miyo jaguni mar duond bura nindo mar ODM kanyo lose gwenge gweko machuka nyasi nindo mabende nen mano mar ikomina Alex Muradhi mainza goro mar county noendo Njuki oyango kanyo eko ni komnendo mar jalup ker Mathur Kaendi omagi jagono bende koro konyo sirikali tijegi yonindo mabende ni kare nodhi nyime koyango ni nyalo kawo Kindiki imiyo jogo eko mar duond bura mar ODM kata kamano komeno endo mar jalup ker Mathur Kaendi tok nyal mae.
We are very perturbed and concerned by the demands of ODM that the basic irreducible minimum that they want from the broad-based government is a seat of the deputy president. Na sisi watu wa Wandei, we are saying that is a seat that is not negotiable. Kabisa, it is not. As far as we are in broad-based government as one government or broad-based government, the seat of the deputy president is not negotiable. It has to remain with Professor Kithure Kindiki. However, should the ODM really insist they have to stay in broad-based government, they don't want that seat, we are willing to make one very, very simple compromise. Because the president is UDA, we can lend them Kithure Kindiki to be in ODM, and he can still remain as the deputy president of Kenya. That is the only compromise we can make. Because it is one government of broad-based government. We can give them Kithure Kindiki to be on that side, bado akiwa deputy president. If that is the problem, if they say they must have a deputy president who's ODM, we are ready to give them Kithure Kindiki because it's a broad-based government. Lakini kusema kwamba watupatie deputy president mwingine na Kindiki aondoke, hiyo ni ndoto. Hiyo ni kazi ya kutoa na kutoa, because it's a minus plus, it can never be a plus. Because mimi nikiangalia wale watu wana support Kithure Kindiki kutoka pande hii, alafu utoshanishe na wale ile ODM imebaki, kwa sababu kuna ile imebaki ikisema kwamba wao wanataka kuwa broad based, hata nikipiga hesabu tunaweza kuwa wengi kuliko wao. And I'm very serious about this. So wasitoe ile iko wakitaka kurembesha kwao, alafu tuanguka zote. Na hiyo mengi
Zaneno Marakala TV hina mundo koro wakamu yueyo matena dogo kaindito kenyerene machuwa kadhi nyime kodmi weche mamoko mabendi podnie mesawa.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, Dier.
Tok yudo thuolo mar ng'eyo mathoth kowuok kuom jopuonjewa e sikunde ka iduogo pacho, warwaki kod chenro mamit molosi mana ne in iwuon mar kweyo pachi kaka nyathi. Chenro mar bang' sikul chakore saa 10:30 mamidhiambo nyaka saa 11 mamidhiambo, kama iyude sigana, wende manyasani kaachiel kod machon, kaachiel kod miel motimo cathedral mabende mori kaka nyathi. Bang' skul, chenro manigi mor lilo ne nyithindo duto. Kala TV, machiegni pacho ma e odwa.
Get ready to elevate your business and any other commercials when you advertise with us. We are not just a channel. We are your gateway to the peak, for we give you the precision and desire to your commercials. Let us be your partner in success, broadcasting your message to thousands of our viewers. Contact Color TV today and let's make the magic together.
Machiegni kendo gavana ma kaunti no endo Narok Ole Ntutu okwayo jo siasa mondo koro ni to thegre gi weche mag siasa ma umondo. Ole Ntutu okwayo jogo eko makoro goyo siasa ahinya to makoro geto komeno endo mar gavana ma kaunti no endo. Ongiso gi mondo koro ni omi thuolo mondo tim tije moromo ne oganda mawuok e kaunti neno. E kinde bende ne oloso mlelo kama ne odhi yanga kar thieth moro. Ole Ntutu ne wacho ni chenro go komotimo gir mana mago mageto konyo ngima oganda jogo mawuok e kaunti nendo ma Narok. Kuom mano ongiso jo siasa ahinya to mapingo tije kata mabalo kod tende mondo koro miyo bed chien mondo wene nafas otim tije yoni ndo mabende owinjore.
Wa Narok wameweza kunipea nafasi hii mzuri niwafanyie kazi. Mambo ya siasa ni baadaye. Naomba wale ambao wanatafuta viti mbalimbali, sio mbaya kutafuta viti, lakini nyinyi wananchi muhakikisha ya kwamba ule ambaye mmechagua wacha kwanza afanye kazi. Akishafanya, siku ile itafika wakati ya siasa, kuna wakati ya kila kitu. Hii wakati ni wakati ambayo tunafanyia wananchi kazi. Nia na lengo na madhumuni ya kuchaguliwa kwa kiongozi yoyote yule ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba development inafika kwa wananchi. So mkiniona mimi nikienda kwa kila kijiji ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba ikifika 2027 hakuna project yote.
Wadhi weche go mag tuke kama yudo kanyo ni team mar nyi Kenya mano mar Rising Starlets otimo ikruok mare mogik e lab tuke nendo ma Azam moselo kanyo ni tukgi kod team nendo ma wuok Tanzania tielo mar ariyo. Rising Starlets dhi tugo kanyo Rising Starlets dhi tugo makamano endo aka bende gin kanyo kod geno mar ngado tiko mar donjo e round mar ariyo bang' ne loyo Tanzania e tielo nendo mokwongo mano bago pacho kaendi. Tugo no hibago saa 10 mamidhiambo ka jaloch kind Kenya kod Tanzania koro ni to biro rado kod Cameroon.
First, I thank God for maximum point at home. Yes, it's second leg, took an advantage of which tunataka at least to seal game. A win for us again, it will be a plus. A draw for us will be a plus. But cha maana ni tunashukuru Mungu tulipata win first leg. There's a very big difference from the first leg na second leg side, the way we are approaching. The girls are really psyched up, morally kuju. They know they have something to defend, so yeah, they are ready. They are very much ready. Yeah, as I said before, Tanzania is a good side. They have quality, and of course we too. So we are not taking anything to chance. Of course, normally if you play, there's always something to analyze. That's where our next training session comes from. So of course we've done analysis. We try to correct whatever things we saw that was kind of difficult in the first match. And I think looking forward, we are going to have some changes. Yeah. If we see, we created some chances at some moment and we did not utilize, so we've worked on our strikers majorly to when we create chances we should score, and of course our backline, long balls, how to defend them well and how to anticipate long balls. So yeah, those are some of the things we work on. No, we don't have any major injuries. Only one from Genevieve, though she did not play in the first match, but it's something that is being taken care of. The rest of the players are okay. We appreciate them first at home. We saw their support. They were really there for us, and we really appreciate. And this time around, we're also going to push hard. We're putting God first, and I believe that we're not going to let them down.
Coach aliona mistake zetu from the first leg, tulikuwa nayo complex. Tumejaribu kuangalia hizo mistake, coach akacorrect, so ni sisi kudeliver kesho. Najua wako chini saa hii wanataka bao na tena bao nyingine, so najua watakuja more of attacking than more of defending, so pia sisi tumewakia more of defending and more of attacking. Pia sisi tunataka bao, pia wanataka bao.
Ikanyo bende makele giko mara choro ni Wechemanyien kidenyendi mar Dier Odiochieng. Imedo kete wang jowi mari mar Kala TV kama chenro mamoko mabeyo pod biro ni nyime kanyoendo. Wechemanyien gi nikelo ni kodana Tracy Ouma. Oriti masani.